Hi guys, welcome back. French cooking, charcuterie. Now, hopefully you watched the first half, which is going to be the PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to talk a lot about the charcuterie and sausage making and all that other stuff. And the recipe, today's recipe. I'm going to be maybe going to get 3 recipes today. I don't know if they could go into 2 weeks because this does take some time. First we're going to do is a pâté de champagne, right? This is a country style pâté. Pâté is basically a sausage without the gumption. That's basically what a pâté is. This is a country style, so it's a little coarser. Have you ever eaten pâté?
No.
Oh, yeah, yes you have. Spam. Spam is a pâté. It's a simple, pure form of pâté.
Wow.
Yeah, surprise. I know, you have it every Chuseok, which Chuseok's coming up.
Yeah.
Now, when I first came to Korea, I was very surprised to see Spam everywhere. Because we ate Spam growing up. My father in the Army, so he liked Spam. You know what I mean? My mother liked it. Yeah. But, we liked it. We had a lot of it. And then I, didn't eat it. Then I come to Korea and I see like a gift box, Spam. I took pictures, sent to my family. Really? But anyway, I like Spam. And you'll like this. Pork butt. This is the basic undungi of it. Yeah, you're gonna have to move it in there, I think. Yeah. New cameraman today, so okay, good. Yeah, you guys have to tell him if he's right or not. Right, pork butt is the undungi part. This is very jolgy, perfect for sausage making because we basically are making a sausage, right? Pork liver. Where's the fat back? Oh. Okay, well, we'll add that later. Pork liver's over here. Keep everything on the ice, especially liver. Korean gong, right? Gong? Liver?
Gun.
Yeah. Oh, this nice liver. Oh, this nice liver. Oh, still partially frozen. Oh. Wow. Plate underneath this one. Now we don't need all this, so what we're going to do is wrap it up, and we'll use it in other classes. Wow, that's a nice liver.
Oh.
Smell it. Very little smell, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, very, very little smell. When you cook it, it has a stronger smell. We're going to have to clean out this part here, but we need how many grams? 110. So. There's, get a bag. We'll just slip this right into that. Oh, it's slippery. Right into the refrigerator. Right. Anytime you're doing charcuterie, sausage making, anything like that, always keep things cold. The only way that sanitation-wise is very important. Okay, so we got the liver, onions, 40 grams. Now, if you guys been in my class, you know I never measure things, and you don't have to either. That's a little light. Now, it calls for the traditional recipe calls for 1 garlic clove, right? But why not?
Oh.
Yeah, right. No, we like garlic. I like garlic. You guys like garlic. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, parsley, a couple sprigs of that. We're going to save this for our stocks. Bread flour, ready. Right. 1 egg, have it. Salt, pepper, brandy, ready. Heavy cream, got it. Bacon, bay leaves, and pâté spice. Now remember from the other class, I made a big thing of pâté spice, and it's somewhere here. Oh, here it is. All right. I made this last week, last class. How the Galantine came out nice, by the way, guys. Tasted really good. It really did. Yeah. All right. So once again, usually chef makes this up for everybody to use. So, and it could stand. And I have fat back. This is a pork fat. It's not on here, but we'll add it. Maybe about usually about 30%. Almost all sausages are fat, 30% fat. So 30%, 110 grams. About 30%, close enough. Once again, what the fat does, it keeps it moist, soft, and adds a lot of flavor. So what we're going to do now, once again, the recipe is in the PowerPoint presentation, so watch that first. All right. We're going to assemble our grinder. This can go just over there. So we have some room here. Now this was in the freezer, and that's where I usually keep it, because you want everything cold. Now I'm not going to go through this. I'll go through it again so you guys remember. Tightening this is very important. Now this thing's very cold, right? So this is very cold. So tighten like this just a little, because as it warms up, it won't come off. So you got to be very careful. Screw. Easy enough. That's the easy one to remember.
Cool.
Cap.
Yeah, cap.
Yeah.
Knife.
Mesh. Brook.
D-I-E. Die.
Die.
Like, I don't know why, but that's the name of it. And same spelling as kill, to die. All right, we're going to actually use all three of these today. Large, medium, and then small, right? Once again, in country style, we're going to have we're going to use the large one for some of this. The knife, right, has to fit flat against there. So we take the medium die, push that on, get the cap, hold it with your thumb or your finger so it doesn't spin. And this too, just lightly, and then test run. Make sure no problems. Need some plate or something. I need something to catch this in. So, fat, onions, a little extra garlic, some parsley, and I got some fresh thyme. Mix that there. It makes sense to cut this down first, so it fit down the tunnel easy. Matter of fact, cut the fat back. Basically, if you look at, can you film down into that? Is that visible, right? Basically, this is the order I'm going to grind it in. This goes in first, this goes in second, and the fat goes in last. Any reason why?
Remain.
It's not as it's important, yes, but it's cheaper. And usually, actually, in America, it's kind of service. They give it to you. So what that's going to do is just push everything through. The meat and the spices and the seasoning through. And the fat's going to get stuck in here. And it'll come out, but not all of it. So once again, when you're grinding anything, you don't want to put the meat last. You put that first. You can, some guys, some chefs will say this order too. Onion at the end, so it doesn't matter, but the idea is get the meat in first. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So we got the medium die. Let's press it. cut small enough you don't really need the presser. Don't jam it in either, go put it in slowly. Oops, that's a little too big. You see where the vegetables get in there too, it just pushes it right out. And then the fat. Now I didn't grind all the pork because we're gonna use this on a separate grinder. You see now all the Daisy Geeters at the end. Like I say, we're going to grind it twice, so that's so bad. Pop this off. Once again, pop it off. I put my hand on I'm not trying to stop it. I put my hand just to catch it in case it falls. And what we're going to do is take this off, you use a knife and you just kind of peel it off this way. Now making pâtés aren't expensive. Pork butt, there's a lot of inexpensive items in here. The idea is the skill and the seasoning that makes pâtés very special. Hit this again. Pull out any large pieces. Get the knife back. Now we're going to go with the small one, right? So medium to small. And every time you grind something too, you mix the flavors in. Spam's almost like a hot dog, if you think about it. You look at it, and that's a different type of sausage making. You need special equipment for it. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of lightly mix this and then drop it in. Kind of looks like Spam now, right? You see how the color changes? The fat and the fat and the meat mixed together give it a kind of pink color. Plus the water. You mean ice cube? Just one ice cube. Ice does the same thing as the fat, it'll just push it out. Let me have that bowl, the mixing bowl. I think you have to use that one. There's no more. Right, just leave that there. Once again, I'm off.
Whoa.
This stuff, instead of mixing it in here, because I'm going to grind more, this way everything has to be ice and cold, because it's a lot of processing. You need to turn off the air conditioner. I forgot. Right here. Make sure it's fine. Thank you. So we're going to take this, our mixture, looks really nice. And so again, we've got to keep it cold. You're going to keep everything cold. Large die and any leftover pieces. Now this came out of the body itself. This has all been ground twice already. But there's some like here, like you see some of these larger pieces, which is fine. That's fine. We're doing a country style pate, which has larger pieces into it. So we made that very small, and this we're going to ground large. This is even bigger than hamburger. Bigger grind than hamburger. You use medium. Medium or fine. Usually about medium. So once again, meat first. And you see the much bigger texture. And then once again, this is not that important. That goes in. And we can chase it with a little onion. It's called chasing. Get rid of the liquid. Understand? Get rid of the liquid, the blood. Pee. Letting this run for a while. Give me another cutting board. New one. Just bring me a new one. Yeah, in the refrigerator. Okay. That's nice and quiet in here now. The air conditioner's noisy. Yeah, bring that one. Thank you. Mix these two together. On, off. This is okay. This I wouldn't deal with. It's not anything to nice and clean. Hello, Willie. How you doing? Okay. Now, once again, I was telling you guys before when we use this, all this equipment is fairly expensive. See, look at this. This isn't even grind. This is like fatback or something. It's like rope. Wow. Oh, interesting. Because this machine's very powerful. But you have to take care of this equipment. This is one thing that you have to take care of immediately. I put show it over here. Just bring it over here. Right? I put the dies into the water. You don't want to take these, you don't want to, they'll get lost, they get broken, they'll that kind of thing. These things you got to be very careful with. This too, even though it's much cheaper. So I'm going to just let that sit there. But all this really has to be cleaned and put away very quickly, kind of quickly, which we'll get to later. But again, when doing charcuterie, sausage making, any kind of pâtés or terrines, or the galantine that we did, if you notice, everything was on ice and everything was kept clean, cold. That's for sure. Now this is just vegetables and meat, fat, too. We have to season it up. We got to dress it up. And what we're going to do is, where are we here? We're going to add some flour and egg. Like with the galantine, that gave it body, gave it some chew, gave it some bite. If not, it's going to be a little too soft. So the egg will make it hard, and this will give it some body to it. Not much, 30 grams, it's an ounce, it's a shot glass, basically, of almost the equal size, actually. Salt, white pepper, brandy, heavy cream, and now I have some garnish to do. Now you could use anything. I was going to put capers, but I got some pistachios, right? Some pistachios and olives. And what you're going to have to do, these are hard, right? So what you have to do is blanch them. Blanching hot iron?
Yeah.
All right, just quickly in the water. Now the best thing would be is black truffles, but since we're on a budget, looks the same. Trust me. I worked with a French chef who used to use the olives as truffles. Roughly chopped. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. Hide it from you guys. There we go. That's all. Not much to it. You don't want to cut it too small. We're going to add the garnish. This is another term for the term garnish. A lot of times I say, oh, garnish it. You guys think parsley on the plate. This will be the garnish in our pate, which is when that gets going. I'm going to add the flour. The egg. What you're going to do is just mix these on the side. Some chefs put it right through the mixer. I've seen them do that way too. I got that. What you want to do here, make sure you see how the flour makes little balls of flour. At this point, you want to break it all up. Flatten them out. We add our cream and brandy. Brandy is an integral part of it, that's for sure. It's very important for flavoring, especially, you know, French brandy. Brandy's made from what, boys? Brandy's made from wine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yangju whiskey's made from what? Barley. Buri. Beer and whiskey have the same beginnings. One's distilled, the other one is brewed. But they have the same beginnings, same ingredients, except for hops. Oh yeah, that's nice. Let me get these in. What we want to do is just soften them. If they're too hard, and when you cut the pate, they'll pull it out. So you want to really just soften them a bit. Once again, they'll cook in, but you have to do step one here. Turn that off. Get a little extra fresh thyme. It's just all optional. You can put a lot of different things in here. It doesn't have to be what I'm showing you. It can be other items. I like capers in it. Capers or even pickles. No, yeah, I know we have some capers, but because the vinegar.
Yeah.
Once again, there's a lot of Gita in here, so you have like a vinegar, a sour thing. Well, olives kind of cut that too. Gives it a good balance. You know, you really want a lot of balance in any kind of cooking. You know, so I'm mixing this really well, and realistically, this should be on a machine. Use like a paddle. This is a whip.
Yeah.
Paddle here. But a paddle looks like this. You know, it looks like this.
1 minute max.
1 minute left? Okay. A paddle on the mixing machine is a flat thing and it whop, 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 pop, 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 pop. It's really good that way. We got 1 minute left. I'm going to be mixing this for a while. I'm going to do it by hand, so you know you don't need to watch me do this for a while. I'll strain it. Well, I'll pick that up later. Okay. Stay tuned and catch you guys on the next part 2. This is part 1, part 2.